and guess what I'm gonna do? Send and paste, right? So yeah, I like the experience. It's so basic. They're not overcomplicating anything. Obviously, I'm going to send maximum amount. And they're not complicating anything. They're chunking up the address so that you can see it in bits and pieces. And now the devices, what are they saying? Black, gray, device number 2 and whatever else. And oh yeah, so this is when I realized that you could change the fee. Right now, obviously I want to do 2 sats per virtual byte, because you can get into the next block via 1 sats per virtual bytes. But then what I realized is, wait a minute, I can even send for cheaper, right? So this is what I wanted to also show, that you don't need all the devices connected to create or a transaction, or to sign a transaction, right? And so what I did here is just paste and then send maximum. And what I don't like is that you beforehand have to say which signer are you going to use. And I think Frost technically allows you to not do that, right? As long as you the coordinator knows, right? So this is the process to actually verify. So this is me realizing that I didn't record that. Verify what you're signing. So I think Frost allows you to kind of not know which device is gonna sign, but at the time where you're getting a signature, as long as you know which device is signing. And I think this system that the Frostsnap guys put together is like that. Touch screen, it's a great touch screen, actually, I have to say. So yeah, there one signature came in, and so now I'm gonna do it on the other device, other signature. And so this is where I was like, they did say something blah blah blah. Oh yeah, so this is when I realized I didn't have the gray one signed and they're connected, so I just removed the red one and reconnected the gray one. And this is where I realized that so the coordinator is actually the app on the mobile device, and then now you could just do the signing, and then now this transaction is signed. The threshold of 2 signatures just came in, and this is a signed transaction, valid for the Bitcoin blockchain, but it didn't broadcast it. And I like this a lot, right? Because did it say signing there or receiving? I'm trying, my screen is still upside down because me narrating hasn't yet edited. But what I like about this is it not broadcasting. It means you could do other stuff, right? So yeah, though it does say signing there. Now it says signed. Okay, cool. So I want to forget it and start over, right? So what I wanted to do is show that as a coordinator, you could actually set up a transaction without either of the devices being connected to the thingamajiggy, to your app. So now I'm going to do the transaction again, right? So the device is not connected to the app, no Bluetooth, no wireless way to connect to this thing. I'm sending the maximum again. Then I'm going to reset the fee, and this is when I realized I could do below 1 sats per virtual byte. So I'm going to do 0.5, but I think later I change it to 0.1 because I'm a cheapskate like that. And yeah, so it's quite cheap. I'm getting almost all the sats I put there. So yeah, now I'm gonna just send it to 0.1. So let's see what else is there. Sending maximum again. So the maximum amount I could send has updated. So this is why I like this wallet. Cool. So now I can then say which devices are going to be used to sign. As I said, I feel like it should be technically possible to not do the step and then only need the step later, because all you need is 2 signatures. As you can see, it doesn't make a difference, right? So maybe for the announcers, I don't know how they're doing this, but yeah. So now you see it says signing and it doesn't have any signatures. So now I can technically close the then this is something I'm going to do again later. So when I connect a signer, it then pops up, this screen is useless, but maybe that's malware being installed, I don't know, but maybe I shouldn't say yes to that. So yeah, this is me verifying the transaction, hold blah blah blah, and it's signed. Cool. So now let's say I'm in a hypothetical situation where I need to go somewhere else. So let's just say I close the wallet or I switch off the phone or something like that. So now I'm just gonna close that, open it again, and what you see is that that transaction that you still need to sign is there, and you see which devices, red and black, are required, right? And I think it's orange. I don't know, something with my lighting that turned orange to red. So now it then instantiates the signing process for the black signer, and yeah, there's a thing we're sending to, and yeah, cool. Hold to do that, and basically now I validated all the information. This is just me taking a video for production quality. So yeah, now I have a signed transaction. So this is where things get fun now. Not really fun, it's just me being a nerd. So the transaction is signed. This is a valid Bitcoin transaction. I just copy the transaction ID. This is where I feel like I should be able to copy the full transaction as well, right? So what I'll do is then open mempool.space again with a transaction ID. But as I was saying, I feel like the wallet should allow me to copy the full transaction data, right? In case I want to broadcast it outside. So as you can see on mempool.space, that transaction doesn't exist. So I'm going to broadcast, and error. Right, so that didn't go through. I just copied the error message. I don't know, you could do that too, but anyway. So basically the reason is the Frostsnap Electrum server does not allow you to broadcast transactions below 1 sats per virtual byte. So I'm just gonna have to change that setting, right, to a Electrum server that does allow you to change that, and that is mempool.space, right? I should have used my own mempool instance, which is mempool.833.mobi, but spare of the moment thing, so I just went with the default connect, and it is connected. So now I can go back on. By the way, you should basically use your own Electrum server for these things. So now when I say broadcast the transaction, it was broadcast, and I can then go back to the thingamajiggy. As you may not know, or as you may know, I'm in South Africa and my internet is sometimes bad. So yeah, as you can see, it's trying to reconnect. The internet sometimes dips in and out. Oh yeah, there it is. It did connect, and it did actually find the transaction. So it's in the mempool. I'm like buried underneath 18 other blocks. So hopefully mine a lot of blocks and I get into the next thingamajiggy. So yeah, the other thing that the guys at Frostsnap did, and they did it initially when I saw it, I was like, why do I need to rebroadcast the transaction, right? Because generally people do not rebroadcast the transaction, but as you see, there's a rebroadcast button. So I just put myself in a situation where I may need to rebroadcast the transaction, because this is 0.1 sats per virtual byte, and it's not going to get mined anytime soon. It may leave the ether, so I may need to rebroadcast it. Or these are all the other things you could do as well.